Welcome to Ham Shack Reviews. My name is Vince, W2KU, and today I've got 5 quick tips to help you learn CW. Tip number 1 is to practice daily or practice a couple times a day for shorter periods of time. When I first started, I would do 3 15-minute sessions, and then it'd grow into 2 25-minute sessions, and then whatever you're comfortable with. Because when you start to get tired, you start to make more mistakes. That's when it's time to get up and walk away. As you gain more experience, though, you're going to want to push your times up a little longer because you're going to want to be able to operate longer. But in the beginning, keep it short, make sure you're rested, and work daily. Tip number 2 is to do instant character recognition daily, ICR. Now, ICR is what's going to get your speed up. If you recognize that character when you hear it, you're going to be faster. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So practice that daily. I would normally do that 10 or 15 minutes in the morning, and then a couple hours later I would do my first practice session, and then a couple hours later my second. You know, if you work, you do your ICR in the morning before work, and then when you come home, you do your second one, and then before bed you could do your third. You know your schedule, you could fit it in. Tip number 3 is to raise your character speed, because you do not want to be able to count the dits and the das. When you hear a letter, you want to hear the whole letter as one musical note, like da-da-da, and you know it's a K. Da-da-da is a U. So raise your character speed, and if you have to, decrease your farnsworth. Leave a little bit more space between the letters so you have time to recognize them until your ICR gets up there to be an almost instant, which takes some practice. Tip number 4 is to spend a little time, you don't have to do it every day, but a couple times a week, spend a little time on numbers and call signs. Now, you may be doing numbers with your normal ICR anyway, and you should be, but spend a little extra time grouping some numbers together, because you're going to be getting a time thrown at you, or you may be doing the CWT and you got to copy numbers. Or let's say you do a 10-10 contest. Now you got 6 or 7 numbers coming at you. You know, you got to be able to instantly recognize them too. So spend a little time on that. Spend a little time on call signs, because every contact you make is going to have a call sign. And spend some time sending your own call sign. Get that down so you don't make any mistakes sending your own call sign. And tip number 5 is one you think you should do, because you do it all the time, and that's learn to listen. But you got to learn to listen to pick out the call signs. You got to learn to listen to know what's going on in the QSO. You got to train your ear to stay focused on the CW, because I tend to get distracted. That's why I had to keep my sessions short in the beginning. I tend to get distracted. So you got to learn to keep your ear on the code, and you got to learn to listen to the code and get used to it. Now, this is something I had to do more than any of the other practice I do, but it's paid off, because I'm pretty good at picking stuff out now. And with the instant character recognition, it just comes now. But those are 5 good tips that should help you learn CW or help you improve your CW skill set. Hope you found this helpful. Please remember to subscribe, ding that bell to catch more of my future videos, and 73.